Good evening, guys. How are we today? Oh, we're back in a lovely, smooth looking Maldives. And no, I am not in the Airbus A320. I'm in the SR22, which I'm going to confess right now at the very start of the stream, I have absolutely no idea how to fly. I've never been in this aircraft before. I thought it just looked nice. We can take a couple of passengers as well, sat in the back, having a nice drink, with you over the hopefully beautiful scenery. Obviously it is not live time, it is live weather, but not live time, as the sun is currently not shining in the Maldives. So I think I've just set this slightly after dawn for cosmetic effects, those lovely long shadows. And yeah, great to have you. For those of you that saw the stream earlier today, we've hopefully fixed whatever RAM problems were causing these horrible frame rates that we were getting, and we're now looking much smoother. So I'm just going to turn the chat window off there. We'll get rid of the timer browser as well, and let's have a little look at this aircraft. Oh, very nice, very nice. As I said, I've got no idea how to fly this thing, so do not do anything that I do, essentially. Oh, let's have a little look around. So how many people are sat here at Marley? Oh, there's quite a few of us as well. Glad that none of you have picked the A320. That would have been a pain. Clemo, you're in an SS22. I can see you are. How the hell do I fly this thing? Great stuff. J-Hog, you're already in the air. Where? Ferry Sim, recognise you as well. See, a lot of you guys, you all have different names from the chats, which I get used to, of course, so that's fair enough. So we've got some of you already circling the airfield. Good lord, who's that? In the is that an A320? Very strange shape for an A320. Where's HD? Nick, do you know what? I think HD would be as lost as I am flying this thing, so we could have some fun. Anyway, start my engine. All I've done then, guys, is I have set up basically a GPS route from Marley to Victor Romeo November Tango. God knows how to pronounce that place. If I just pop the VFR map on there we can see it. There it is. Now we're basically going to come down here, and of course we don't have to follow this route directly. We can probably hop around these islands over here, have a nice look around, and we can obviously go east or west of there. But yeah, just a nice scenic. If we flew this route direct point to point, it'd be about 45 minutes. So we'll probably take off, fly straight over to begin with. As we can see, these little islands here that we're going to have a little look at. So we're going to take off runway 36, which means after takeoff we're then going to do a 180 to fly south. Hop back in here. I'm going to have all sorts of things just beeping at me. I don't even know how you turn the Garmin on, but never mind, that will just save frame rates if nothing else. The engine's running. So shall we taxi out? Clevo, it's pretty easy. There's a lot. This looks more complicated than the A320. Do you know what? I might have a play once I'm flying. The Garmin's not even turned on. How do we turn that on? Is there a button? Oh, do you know what? Let's should we sort that when we're in the air? All I need is my trusty VFR map. That's it. Oh, so Smurfy213, how do you join the community fight? Very important. Get yourself at Marley. Make sure you are on all players, and then make sure you are on the West Europe server. And that's it. But most definitely VFR today. Alright, so engines are running. That'll do. This is a nice looking aircraft. I really ought to play around with some of these a little bit more often. God knows what's going to happen if I need an autopilot. Bottom right, thanks Cleo. What about the bottom right? Am I pulling it? Oh, hang on. Oh, there we are. gotcha. Bottom right. Oh, I'll have a play with that a little bit later. That means I can get rid of that VFR map. Don't need that. Okay, let's release the parking brakes. And are we still flaps 1 for departure? Russ, you cheated. You spawned on the runway. Do you know what? I should have done that. Okay, so let's taxi out. My side stick is set up very, very nicely for the A320. We'll see what this is like in a bit, won't we? I'm going to taxi down to the bottom of the runway, guys, just because I want to... we probably don't need the full length of this runway, but never mind. We might spend a great deal of this flight on the outside. Got quite a little bit of rudder torque on this, haven't we? Unless that's just my settings. I'm almost hard over on the right to keep this straight. That could be an interesting experience when we get airborne. Mazda 209, whoever you are you landing in the sea or landing on the taxiway? Good lord. I also need to get some screenshots as well, guys, for this. Donut Man racing me in the A320. Great stuff. So I'll turn around at the bottom here and do a... it's going to be a bit of a Spitfire takeoff, this, isn't it? All together now. 77 knots for the takeoff, Clemo, is that right? We'll soon see. We'll soon find out. Donut Man, you're going to need a lot more runway than the rest of us. So, Cleo, for to all intents and purposes, you're HD for this flight. Okay, let's get her around, line her up. So, is there anyone that is here at Marley who is not in the stream? That'll be interesting. So I'll just have to taxi through these people. Set some takeoff flaps. I don't know how many it needs. Alright, so we've got a strong wind, crosswind on the runway if we're watching coming over from the right, so be aware of that if we are in the small aircraft. It's been a long time since I flew a small aircraft. But we're looking forward to this. Okay guys, let's get going. I'm guessing we don't need to put the side stick forward. So Patrick, if you're looking for the server, my friend, it is the West Europe server. Oh golly, she's going to be airborne very quickly. That's 77 knots, Clemo. What happens if we pull back? Do we get a nice smooth rotation? Indeed we do. Oh, I need to find the trim wheel in this thing. Otherwise, my arm's going to ache after a little while. Okay guys, so after takeoff, let's make a left turn. And just look how realistic that water looks. This is one of the things I've wanted to do for a long time, never really had a chance, and that is basically just enjoy the scenery. Obviously in the live streams and the tutorials that I do, I'm paying a great deal of attention to what's actually happening in the aircraft. Rarely do we get to enjoy the view from a low altitude. Eastbird's Lee. I have no idea how fast this thing should fly. Essentially, what am I at? 122 knots at the minute? Let's look to reduce the speed in a moment. Don't really want to fly much higher than about 3,000 feet. But definitely need to find that trim wheel. Where is it? Okay, Climo, how do we trim the aircraft? Oh, is it there on the side stick? Let's have a look. I should probably have set this up before coming in, shouldn't I? Never mind. Okay, we'll make a right turn here just to get online with that original flight plan that I've got. Eastbird's Lee, I should have took the 172 myself. I think I'd have been more comfortable. At least I've flown one of those in real life. I've got caution flashing. Why have I got caution? Oh, there we go. I've pressed a button, it's gone. That'll do. Ah, Nicola, thanks for that. See, of course, trimming is not something we have to do in the Airbus. It's done automatically. Do you mean on the numeric number pad, keypad, or 4 to 7 across the top of the keyboard? I guess that's one way to find out. Glenn, flight plan. We don't have one. We're just VFRing it all the way. So, oh, letting go of the side stick. No, that doesn't work. Who was it that told me just to use numbers 4 and 7? That's actually controlling the controlling it and actually controlling the side stick. I've got a stick for that. Okay. Pitch nose up. Maybe that works. Well, this is looking a little better. We're going to look outside anyway in a little bit. Don't spend our time in the flight deck too much, not for this flight. Want to enjoy the scenery as we get there. Do need to get an autopilot sorted so I can let go. Anyway, but there we go. Let's have a look. So what, guys, have you all got your weather set to? Are you on real live weather? I did keep real live weather for this, just so I could see what was happening. Had it been too bad, I would have changed it. But it's not, is it? It's looking really rather nice. Ah, Lee, you're on the honeycomb. Very, very nice. So we've got a few islands here. We might pay a little visit. We'll see those just coming up in front of us. Now, a lot of the airports that we have in the real world, obviously used by seaplanes, are not actually selectable in Microsoft Flight Simulator, unfortunately. I was having a look through them, and no, sadly they're not all there. MFS pilot, yep, so Easyjet Sim, that is me. But the great thing about this is, look at all of you behind. That is fantastic. So I'm just descending a little bit, just so we can have a little look down here, see what we can see. So Climo, press autopilot and nav if you want to follow the flight plan. That's fair enough. What about the altitude? So has anyone here in the chat actually been to the Maldives? Sadly, I never have. I will do one day. It's on the bucket list. It's on the bucket list to get to the Maldives, but that'll probably be when the kids have left home. I'm not bringing them. Andy, you took the words right out of my mouth. Look at that. And they've even got the colour changing of the sea blending neatly into the deeper, darker seas, haven't they? It's awesome. So you guys on the stream, you obviously can see where it is we're flying. So feel free, don't wait for me. You want to zip past me, go for it. Everyone, of course, is in different aircraft. I thought the A320 would not be the best choice for this. So Russ, we've got the new water masks coming, have we? Wow. Let's have a little look over here. So all of these little islands will have either ferry connections. As you can see, there's a harbour just there. Don't know whether this one would have had a seaport for aircraft to arrive at as well, but more than likely. So yeah. Are there any seaplanes in Flight Sim 2020? I honestly haven't looked. I love watching the altitude of you guys as well. Lots of you flying nice and low. And why not for this? A little bit of fun. Donut Man. Have you got your... what law are you currently operating that A320 in? It's not normal law. Oh, look at the beaches. The sandy beaches, guys. So if anyone is taking off from Male, we are then flying south from Male. TNT Destroyer in his TBM. We've got some speed going on. Look at that. And the waves as well. I can see the waves lapping the sandy beaches. Carry on. MFS, you're doing loops around us, are you? Oh, fair enough. Okay, where's the autopilot? Alt cell nav, VNav, direct to menu. Where's the on button? I just want the on button for the autopilot. Come on. I thought it was easier in these smaller aircraft. Clearly not. I've been spoilt by the A320 for far too long. That looks great. Look at that. Make a little left bank over this. Yeah, Lee, I don't get to do this enough. I spend far too much time being serious. Look at that. You can even see the beach huts and the umbrellas. Oh wow, look at the walkway. Presumably there would be, is that for water villas on there in real life, I'm guessing? They wouldn't just have a random walkway there, would they? That's awesome. So if anyone is doing this on VR then, how does it look? I'm betting it's something I want to try. But I don't want to quite get in there just yet. Alright, let's try this autopilot out. So, engaging autopilot, very good. So we've let go of the side stick. Turn level mode on. So will that just hold us level? That'd be quite nice. And nav mode. Will that now turn us to where we want to go? No idea. We still seem to be descending. You can tell I don't fly this. Engaging nav mode. Right, well, nav mode isn't working. Oh, there we go. We've got it set to 1700 feet. That will do. Heading mode. Let's head south, shall we? There we go. Oh, how do I get that to follow the course? I thought that would have just followed the pink line. Never mind. Press the CDI button right in front of you. Thanks, Cleo. Which CDI button, my friend? There's a lot of buttons in front of me. Oh, you can tell I don't fly this aircraft in real life. Still searching for that CDI button. Oh, never mind. We're in heading mode now. That'll do. I'm flying straight and level. Let's head back outside. Bottom of the primary flight display. Is that where it is? Oh, hang on. There we go. Will that pop us into... if we take heading mode off now, does that work? Ah, there we go. These glass cockpits, you know. The last Cessna I flew did not have a glass cockpit. There we are. So the aircraft is going to follow our nice pink line anyway now. I'm going to hop back outside and have a look around. Right, now that's all sorted, and I can just leave that to fly itself for a little bit. The place we're heading to, Victor Romeo November Tango, no idea how you pronounce that, but it is one of the few airports available on Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 that we can actually pick. We've obviously got airports both north and south, given how the islands are scattered about. So obviously gone for this one. But yeah, it would have been nice to have been able to see some of the seaplanes. J-Hog, your cabin crew won't make you a coffee. Sacker. So presumably, can I knock the autopilot off? Yeah, we can knock autopilot off just by grabbing the side stick. That's fair enough. We're just going to go over here and have a little look at this island. Mad Pilot, good afternoon. Not seen you for a while. So which island is everybody's favourite for anybody that's been there and explored? And did you get there via seaplane or by a boat? So about a quarter of the way into our journey as we've been messing around, having a little look around. I would imagine if you don't want to set off from... who on earth was that? If you don't want to set off from Mali, you could, just using the flight planning screen in Microsoft Flight Simulator, with all players selected, you could just spawn mid-air, couldn't you? Pop the autopilot back on. That's going to hold our altitude, I believe, now of 1,700 feet. and recapture our routing back. Look at that, the glass, how it reflects off the glass of the dials. Oh, you can tell I don't fly this aircraft or anything other than the A320, can't you? I did attempt the Dreamliner when the simulator first came out. Oh boy, that was a mistake. East Bursley, this is a lot of water. It's a fair point. The Indian Ocean. Room for a couple of passengers back there. I wonder how much one of these aircraft takes you back in real life. Lovely little aircraft. So we're 86 miles away from our destination. Holding our altitude quite steady now, and presumably we'll turn right there. Yes, we will. Excellent. These clouds appear to be getting a little bit lower. That really does look good. So I wonder how many of us are actually flying today. It's impossible to count. I do hope that when we come into land that we don't lose a few of you. That happened on one of the other community flights not so long since, whether there was a server overload or something like that. However, I would imagine there's probably not too many of you all, not too many people all flying around the Indian Ocean randomly. Skyflyer 109 well out in front over there. You know, I think I could watch that water reflection go by for ages. It's another really simple thing, but just look how the water isn't uniform in its shading. Very realistic. Only £750,000, is that right, Clemo? Clearly you've done a lot of research on this. Pete, you're in the club. Well, we'll get you the cocktails in at the destination for when you arrive, shall we? So, tomorrow, guys, I do have some news just while we're cruising on this little bit where there's not that much to look at till we get a bit nearby some more of the islands. Tomorrow, we have got a special flight. Well, they're all special, but we will go back to our Easyjet aircraft, which is parked in Gibraltar, and we shall be flying up to Manchester. Now, big news, tomorrow's flight will be a giveaway flight. We will be giving away a copy of the Mako Simulations Manchester Echo Golf Charlie when we land there. So make sure that you all tune in for that. And I have to say a huge thank you, because this copy of the airport that we are giving away tomorrow is courtesy of one of the stream's longest supporters. So I'm sure I've seen him in the chat with us. Yeah, Eastbirds, there you are, Eastbirds Lee. Eastbirds Lee is responsible for the giveaway tomorrow, so big thank you and a big thumbs up please to Eastbirds Lee. We're giving away a copy of Mako Simulations Manchester Airport tomorrow during the stream, so do make sure you join us for that. And that will be we'll be departing on VATSIM, so we'll be back flying seriously again with all our procedures and paperwork in place, from Gibraltar off to Manchester. And that will kick off probably around 1100 hours Zulu time. recording. Am I giving away an EasyJet? Well, not quite, but a little bit of news on that as well. I don't think Christian's in the chat, is he? But we do have, at some point, probably this week, we do have to go back to Hamburg to our EasyJet rolling out factory, as we have a brand new livery waiting for us. That's all I'm going to say. We have a special livery waiting for us, which we need to get back to our base in the UK. So we'll probably be looking at doing that one night this week. Very much looking forward to showing that off for you guys. So, after a few days of being away from the simulator, so I wasn't around, I think my last flight was last Wednesday, which gave me 4 days without a flight sim, good lord. Then, yeah, we've got loads of content to come this week, guys, so please do hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bells, and like the stream as well. Give it a thumbs up. We've got loads happening this week. So obviously we've had the long haul flight today, which we just about limped over the finish line. We have the Russell Ryanair livery. God no. Yeah, so we've had the long haul flight today. We've got this community VFR flight this evening, and look at the mist coming up off the sea there. Awesome. Then tomorrow we've got a giveaway flight to Manchester. Be sure to join us for that. On Wednesday we will be taking our EasyJet from Manchester to destination as yet unknown, but that'll be a decent length flight as well. But then in the evenings, I'm able to get on in the evenings this week, so you're really going to get a good fill to make up for these last few days where I haven't been around. I will be delivering that special livery at some point, and also just we may be doing a few fly-by-wire check flights as well, so that'll be good. That'll be very, very good. We always like doing fly-by-wire check flights. Did you all check out the tablet, which has now got power to it as well? How amazing is that? Cannot wait for that to be fully functional. So lots of exciting stuff coming this week, guys. We should be on almost every day now until maybe even until next Monday. We may even have a full week of streaming. So yeah, if you're not already a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss. Thank you to all of you that are obviously already subscribers, and to all of you, of course, that are donators to the channel. A donation to the channel, of course, helps keep the channel alive, and also gets you in the special VIP area of the Discord server, whereby you get previews of the things that are currently happening. Wow, look at this! There's some skilled flying going off here. Now, are you guys freehand, or are you autopiloting that? Night Owl, good lord, what are you in? Are you in a Stuka? So good, what will the tablet be able to do? Alright, so from the initial tests, and one of the things that I got asked about as well in some of the questions is, number one, does it affect frame rates? That's one of the things that we're checking a lot, and I don't think it does. In fact, you know what, I might, if I can, I might even do tomorrow's EasyJet flight with the tablet on board. It doesn't actually do anything, but it'll be a good test flight, and we'll see how that works. Then what it should be looking to do is obviously hopefully integrate with SimBrief. Now we already know the McDo can do that, so it should hopefully be able to pull some data through from there. And I'm not sure what else, but there's just loads lined up. Things like the pushback tool was displayed there as well, wasn't it? I think they're almost potentially looking at adding an internet browser. So that would be really good if you could sit in the flight deck, bring up the sim brief site, key in your flight plan and everything through that, and then bing, load that into the McDo. That would be great. It would also hopefully have map following. That is a big feature that I think everybody wants to see. Russ, with the fly-by-wire team, any news on Waypoint database getting updated in flight sim approaches can be challenging with conflicts? Right, well, one of the other things as well, Russ, is a lot of the database, you have to remember, is provided it's not really anything to do with them. It's provided by Azobo through NavBlue, who are an Airbus company, or you can also have Navigraph as well. I know there's a Navigraph. Is it still in beta testing, that? I'm not sure. So there's a Navigraph beta testing for using their database. So I don't think Fly-by-Wire have got anything they can do with that. They can only use the information that is currently given. For example, at the moment we're into the next AIRAC cycle, and on the flight I did today, the AIRAC cycle is currently out of date compared with Navigraph, as I believe the last cycle ended on the 27th of January. So there you are. Creepy, yeah. If we do have a browser, you could watch YouTube on the flight deck. I could watch myself. Not sure how that would work. I'd be stuck in an infinite loop. It'd be like Groundhog Day, wouldn't it? So, whoever donut is in front of me, mate, your flaps are down. According to the how your aircraft's been replicated in the simulator, anyway. Russ, so if you're using the new Navigraph data and it doesn't match flight sim, that's fair enough. Of course, the next patch, Dark Fury, has been pushed back again, hasn't it? So I don't know when that will be. Rest assured, though, the day that the patch does get released, and we always know that they tend to break things, the day the patch does get released, we will have a live stream. Now that will be in the evening UK time, because the patch is always released about 5 o'clock, I think it is here in the UK. So I've obviously got to get that downloaded and installed, and then we'll set up and see what happens. Ernest, you donut, have you got full flaps to keep it with the slow planes? Full flaps, spoilers, put your landing gear down as well. We've just put everything down. Okay, so if we just check out this VFR map that I've got in front of me, we've obviously got a few islands here over to the left of the aircraft. Once we get here, once we intercept this bulk of islands, instead of flying the straight line, I'm going to make an arc all the way around so we can have a good look at the scenery surrounding those. Then we'll come back and land at Victor Romeo November Tango. I'm calling it that because I have no idea what it's called in real life, and even if I did, I think I'd struggle to pronounce it. MFS Pilot, the giveaway flight is tomorrow, so please hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell for that one. When we can, love to be able to give things away. Adds to a little bit of fun as well. Fran, no, it's not integrated with SimBrief as of yet, other than of course it pulls in your you should pull in your flight plan data, but then the McDo does that obviously already. What I think they wanted to do is try and obviously get things like Navigraph charts up there if you subscribe to Navigraph. That would be really nice if they can get that done. We shall have to wait and see. It's all a work in progress, obviously, isn't it? But the fact that they've somehow managed to pop a tablet in there and get the damn thing turned on is just unbelievable. Not being a coder, I have the utmost respect for how they do these things. I have no idea how it works. Bride of the Valkyries. How many of them were there? Have we got more? Night Owl, you're looking quite unstable. You've just thrown your drinks trolley around. Russ, I'm with you on that. Feel bad that fly-by-wire is free, but they're doing so much work. And it literally is a 24-hour operation. There's developers all over the globe. So, as one set of developers are asleep, the other set are waking up and working on their side of things. Night Owl, that's some interesting flying. How long before there's an aircraft investigation regarding your aircraft? Ah, it's Birdsley, you've just spoiled the fun. Nice long runway, but you've got no ILS. I think there is RNAV available though. So how many people we got watching, guys? I wonder how many people are watching, how many flying. We've currently got, let's see, we've got, what is it, 61 people watching the stream. And oh, look at that. A little bit of mist off the Indian Ocean. There's a rainbow cutting through. Beautiful. Yeah, so 61 viewers. Don't know how many of you are flying with us. I've got the default air traffic control turned off, Lee. There's no way I want to be listening to that. Should be having an absolute fit with those lot coming in. Sam C, good afternoon. Or good evening. Slate on Twitch. No, I can see the Twitch, mate. I've got you. Sam C, if you didn't get here in time to fly, get yourself to Victor, Romeo, November, Tango. Take off, and we're going to fly around there for a little bit before we all come in and land. I'll just say that again. Victor, Romeo, November, Tango. In fact, it's at the top of the stream, isn't it? I forgot about that. Get yourself there. Andy, that'd be great. Slayer, I've got no bot on the Twitch account, mate. Or certainly not any that I've popped in there. Ferran, it will be most definitely visual. I don't even know which way the runway points. I've literally done so little planning for this flight. Can you tell? I didn't even know how to fly the aircraft. MFS pilot, the giveaway flight tomorrow will start probably about 11 AM Zulu time. Clemo's probably correct there, Sam. You could probably just spawn mid-air and join us. I think almost everyone that's watching the stream may actually be flying. How amazing is that? Russ, will I check out the CJ4 mod at some point? I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, the whole point of my flying, and of course the whole point of the channel, is to try and bring real-world procedures into the flight simulator, making it as realistic as possible for those that want to make their flight simming as detailed as the real world. And to do that, I would have to learn a whole new aircraft, of which even the A320 still gets me every now and then with its what's it doing mode. Are they the shadows of the other aircraft? That is unbelievable. Wow, that's taken my breath away. There's the actual shadows there. Obviously I expect shadows of my own aircraft, but shadows of the multiplayer aircraft as well. Wow. Okay, so those islands now not too far away. Can't remember if I already asked this. Has anyone here already been to the Maldives? And if so, which island do you prefer? You went through a moisture cloud, Lee, and oh, and you got rain on the windshield as well. I'm not on the windshield, so I can't see. I've just got a little rainbow over there in the background. I don't know if you can see that. It is amazing, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Oh, that's a lot quieter here in the cockpit. I love the way you said you've gone through a moist cloud. Is there any other kind? Do they have a dry cloud? I see wake turbulence is not yet implemented in the simulator. If it was, I think I should be getting blown to smithereens. The A320 in front of me, is your APU running? I'm sure your lights are flashing at the back, unless that's just part of your navigation lights. Oh, look at that. There's the full rainbow. You see that? That's amazing, isn't it? And there it is, gone. I think it's perhaps flying like this that you really do start to appreciate all the details that Azobo put into the flight simulator, and I know they get so much bad press, but I mean seriously, come on guys, look at this. Just look at it. We've got the other moisture cloud coming up here, and we know we're going to get that rainbow up here in a minute. Here it comes, look. There it is. I can follow that, and I know it's going to come all the way behind us. There it is, down below us. Simply stunning. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so we're coming up then on this row of islands that we're going to follow all the way around to our destination. Night Owl, I think you fly better inverted from what I've just seen. Okay, so I'm going to make a left here as we start to follow all of these islands around. Oh, Glenn, you don't know what you're missing. You should be on live weather. And let's enjoy the beautiful Maldives as we get down here. You don't realise how far out these islands are scattered away. You can see why you can't just take a boat all the way around from Malé, because this would be a long journey by boat. Oh, beautiful. There we go, there's the rainbow in the moisture cloud. And look at all of you guys as well. Great to have you on board. I think I've got very lucky here. I thought I'd do a bit of a dawn departure, set the weather for the morning, and see what sort of shading effects we get with that, and I am not disappointed. Really, really nice to see. Lee, have you got stormy weather up ahead? It did look it a little bit, but we'll survive. So this actually looks like one of the larger islands coming up here. Don't ask me to name them, I have no idea what they're all called. Yeah, Sixtos, they probably think they're being invaded. I just love that every bit of land is here. Every single bit of land. And I know that some places are more photorealistic than others. And if we look at this is obviously just that looks more like a 2D picture. There's no 3D imagery there, but even so. Oh, it makes me want to go on holiday. I think the best holiday I've ever been on was when we went to Mauritius. That was for our honeymoon, and gorgeous hotel, similar to this with the white sandy beach, and you just laid there and the waiters just came and plied you with drinks all day. You didn't have to move. Perfect for those of you that like doing nothing, and to be fair, those of you that don't like doing nothing, there was water sports there that was all included for free, so you could take your boats out, you could go fishing, swimming with the fishes. It was fantastic. That's swimming with the fishes, not sleeping with the fishes. Sorry Rush, yeah, I mentioned the H word. We must all be missing those at the moment. So here's a Long Island coming up. See what we can see here. I can see the waves lapping at the shoreline. That's awesome to see. Jayhawk a bit like home. You've got a good one at home then, clearly. How amazing does this look? Yeah, I couldn't have done this in the Airbus today. Would have missed everything. Eastbirds Lee, what aircraft are you in? Have you got a weather radar? To be fair, there may be one on my aircraft, I just don't know how to activate it. I can see the shadow in the Indian Ocean by Night Owl lapping around us doing the aerobatics. Yeah, Doc, you're 3-4 hours flight away from Mauritius, so are you in South Africa or whereabouts? We flew here from the UK to Dubai with Emirates on the A380, and then they actually flew the Emirates A380 down to Mauritius, which was nice. I didn't think they had the A380 there, but they certainly do. Oh, Night Owl, you've just plummeted into the Indian Ocean. Air crash investigation will be on the National Geographic Channel at 9 PM. Ah, so you've got the weather radar in the 172 glass cockpit, fair enough. So what do we reckon? That island below me there, is that a harbour, or do you reckon that's a seaport for aircraft? That looks like a little harbour, doesn't it? Potentially, I suppose it could be both. Night Owl, you're back up and running, it's a miracle. Loving this line of islands that we can just follow all the way around now. This is the bit that I was looking forward to. And it's not like you can say every island looks the same, because it really doesn't. Fantastic. Did anybody answer my earlier question? I may have been trying to work out how to fly the aircraft at the time. Are there any seaplanes in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? I've not had a look. There was in FSX, wasn't there? Yeah, I don't think he should be a stunt pilot. I've seen him crash at least twice. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. You can actually see the images of the ships, can't you, in the harbour as well. It's amazing. Is the Icon A5 a hybrid? See, I think I was going to look at the Icon A5, but I thought it's potentially a little bit too slow for the distance I wanted to cover this evening. Fantastic. Unfortunately, of course, depending on where you are in the world, it costs a great deal of money to come on holiday here to the Maldives. Let's face it, the global economy, with what it is at the moment, isn't fantastic. The aviation industry, of course, is in real trouble, as are many other industries, of course. Okay, TM. You're not actually at VRNT in real life, are you? That's amazing if you are. Alert the residents, there's an invasion coming. Oh, you're in South Africa. Ah, fair enough. Oh, I much prefer flying the A320, hand flying it. The fly-by-wire system is a sort of point and aim. Then you can let go and the aircraft will just continue to do as it wishes. What would be really good is if you could sort of see the, if you could have a Google Maps at the side of us, just to see, which I could probably bring up on the second computer display here here with me, and just see how closely replicated these are. And I bet they are. Even more closely replicated, of course, if I used Bing Maps rather than Google. Yeah, Russ, there's a reason we don't do community flights on VATSIM. Yes, personally, how far am I away? That's a good question. No idea. Can't be too far now, actually, looking at the VFR map down in the corner. We're almost there, look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly around and circle a little bit. Maybe let a few of you guys land. We can watch you land on the stream then. So that would be good. Gordon, yeah, I saw that Lufthansa had done that today. So there, I think, is our final destination, straight in front of us. I'm going to overfly that and have a little look around. Is that a Is that a sand strip runway? Looks like it from up here. If you're in the Airbus, good luck. It is. A sand runway. Look at that. And there looks like one of the larger hotels. That's the tallest tower block I've seen since we departed. Alright boys, make your approaches. I'm going to enjoy watching you all land. Ben, it's rough in the Airbus, is it? I'll bet. I'm so glad I didn't bring the Airbus for the flight. Oh, just I've got thunder in my ear. Oh, it's nice to come in the simulator and have fun for a little bit, isn't it? So, have you ripped off the landing, the landing gear? All I'm imagining is, you know, if you're going down a really steep road, and you'll often see off to one side there's an escape lane. That is essentially an escape lane for Airbuses, that runway. It's nice and long, but boy, that's going to be rough on the landing. Sand blasting your undercarriage. So is anybody else down there yet? I can hear thunder thundering over us. I'm just circling, watching you guys make that approach so I know what not to do. Oh heck, I've just remembered I've got to try and land this thing. Oh well, we'll land it like a Cessna. So how many of you are on the ground? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of you on the ground so far. Are we all staying in that hotel just there? Go and get the drinks in. We'll make another pass around. I don't even know what the wind direction is, so God knows which runway we should be landing on, but never mind. I'm going dangerously low to the ground there. Let's level up a little bit. Northeast, good to see you. Hey guys, that's a good idea. Get yourself lined up and just sit there flashing your landing lights. It was HD that was on the stream a couple of weeks back, and for any of you that remember our stream where we landed in Feeder at night time, we nearly landed on the motorway because there was actually no landing lights at the airport in Flight Sim 2020, and HD told us he actually knew of a pilot that was flying I think it was a 757 to an airport in Africa. And as they were coming into land, there weren't any landing lights of any sort, so they actually got the ground staff and the staff of the airport and whoever else they could find to grab jeeps, line the runway and turn the high beams on, and they were their approach lights. Still circling the landing strip, guys, watching you all land on the stream, letting you all have your little moment. So you know, get yourself lined up, flash those landing lights. In fact, you know what I might do? I can see you flashing the landing lights if I we just change the this could be dangerous, couldn't it? I was seeing if I could see landing lights flashing left, right and centre. We'll come round for another pass. Oh, Sam C, has your PC just crashed? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so I suppose I better think about landing this thing, hadn't I? This is what you should all be watching, really. Me try and land this aircraft that I have no idea how to fly. Right, so we'll just guess that the elevation of the airfield is 0. Sam C, you actually had a blue screen. I don't even have that normally. How many of you were watching the stream today and thought we were going to have a crash to desktop? We were never going to make it. I certainly did. Somehow, God knows how, we managed to limp over the line into Mali. J-Hog, how's your Cessna 172 holding out? I can see you over there, just out to my out to the left. Okay, let's start to bring her in. I've lost sight of the landing strip now. There's a lot of blue water beneath me. I don't like that. Sam C, did I figure out what caused it? It was some sort of virus protection update. That's all I could work out from Windows Defender. That's all I know.
500.
I have no idea how many flaps you're meant to land with on this. And this side stick is set for my custom fly-by-wire build. Oh, this could be a bumpy landing. Do you know how you guys always want butter? It's not going to be happening on this stream. We may end up in the water in a minute. Who the heck's sat in a jumbo jet? Oh, someone's just dive bombed. Where's the reverse thrust on this thing, guys? Oh, I'm crabbing on the ground. Oh, that's rough on the old posterior. Let's get out of the way. Hey, hope is that a refueling station here as well? There's a refueling station in the middle of the sand. Fantastic. Very sim. There you are, flashing your lights. Thank you very much. Oh my word, there's a... Is this the authorities come to tell me off? He doesn't know where to go, does he? We have invaded the Maldives. So again, I do wonder, guys, how many of you that I can see here on the live stream are actually not part of this group flight. I may just have been sat here exploring the beautiful scenery, and suddenly, oh heck. That is a very strange request, Russ. Is that even possible? So can we tune to ground services? We'll tune to the ground. Request taxi to parking. Or request pushback. Request taxi to parking. Where on earth would that come from? Oh, great stuff. So is anybody left to land? Oh, Grumph, XB, or J-Hog in the chat. Can just about see you. Where are you going? Okay, well, J-Hog, you appear to be climbing. Good luck with that. This is amazing. Look how many of us have made it. And what I really like is this little line of parking. How very British. A beautiful orderly queue formed. Well, it's good to know that we don't have any problems with the flight simulator as well. That's one of the other reasons I wanted to test this, thanks to the issues that we had earlier on today in the stream. So, I've got a question. Who's in the jumbo jet? Evil Retribution. Right at the end. If you're in the chat, let's watch you take off. I would love to see, in fact, I think you've just dumped one of your landing gears in the Indian Ocean. And you're washing your engines. But aside from that, Evil Retribution, can you take off here? That would be amazing to see if you could. To be fair, anyone that's in the Airbus A320, I'd quite like to see you take off here. Empty your payload, and you might be able to do it. Dark Fury, is it you that's in the 747? Donut Man's going for it. Let's watch the takeoff, shall we? So if Evil Retribution and Donut Man can get this thing off the ground, that would be insane to watch, without tipping into the Indian Ocean at the far end. Oh, Donut Man, you've probably lost yourself a good 20-30 foot of runway there. Good to see the landing lights are on. Whilst we're sat here on the ground anyway, if anyone does have any questions regarding the A320, because I know that during the streams, particularly at the beginning, I am usually rather busy and don't get a chance to answer them, so now is your chance if you do have any questions. We're following Donut Man. Let's see if he gets in the air. I hope you checked your trim settings first. Is he off the ground? Only just. You left that late. But fair play to you. Alright guys, who's next? Yap, is that you on the edge of the land? Didn't realise you were here. Great to see you. Night Owl, what are you in? Is that a Dreamliner? You went in a Dreamliner a bit ago, were you? Oh, this could end badly for him. So Farron, have I done a tutorial on how to join VATSIM? Is it actually joining VATSIM is relatively straightforward in terms of basically signing up and things. You then do have to pass a test. Wow, well done Night Owl. I'm curious to see how Evil Retribution goes in a minute. That's looking like a bad ending to the flight. Oh dear. Oh well, if nothing else, he's giving his aircraft a wash. Russ, thank you very much for your donation to the stream. please do get yourself into the Discord if you're not already. Make yourself known to me, and we'll make sure we get you in the VIP area for information on live streams that are coming in. Yep, great to see you. Yes, so in terms of joining VATSIM, you obviously have to go through the registration process on the website, and then there is now a test that you have to pass, which I saw for the first time the other day. Went through those questions. That's pretty straightforward, that, if you read some of the documentation, so that should be okay. Once you're there then, and signed up, again, then I do have a tutorial for what it is you need to do to get yourself, basically get yourself into the sim and listening to traffic. And I can't emphasize that enough. Listen to the traffic that you've got. And what I will do is I will post a link to that in the chat just now. Hang on, let me find that. Okay, so those of you wanting information on VATSIM and what to do once you've signed up and how to use the VPilot client, there's the link. Watch that video after this and that will tell you how to go about doing that, and it will get you talking to your first air traffic controller as well. Eastbirds, that's the first time I've seen you, I think, in the flight. Good stuff. Yeah, are you inverted there? That aircraft doesn't look like it's flying the correct orientation. I am very impressed that you get shadows from multiplayer aircraft. Maybe I just don't expect very much, but that is amazing. J-Hog, you're down. Very good. Where? On land, or are you going fishing? So, I'm hoping, guys, that, oh, Mr. Creepy, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I'm hoping, guys, that at some point, whilst I've been sat here on the beach, or whatever kind of landing strip this is, you've all seen yourselves, because that's what makes this such a great community. And, oh, I've just watched Yap sink. Excellent. It is great, and I know we fly very, very seriously throughout the week, but doing stuff like this is it's just fun, isn't it? And what better platform to do it on? There is no flight simulator in the world that comes close to giving you the realisms in terms of how it looks and things like that. It's absolutely amazing. I think we need to go and fish Yap out of the Indian Ocean. That's going to be one of those wrecks that the locals talk about for years to come. What I'm going to do as well, when do you know what, I'm actually just do this. I'm just going to grab and have a quick look at Google Maps, and I want to see what this airport looks like in in the real world. I'm presuming there is more to it than just a little bit of I don't even know what that is. Victor Romeo November Tango is where we are at. Thimarafushi Airport, apparently. So if we zoom into this, let's have a quick look, and I'll tell you what it is that the airport is actually made of. Oh, right, okay, so it is actually this colour, looking at it. However, there is actually a runway that is missing. There should be a runway, basic orientation 22 or 04, but there is an actual runway there with piano lines, markings, and the lot, you name it. So, never mind. Either way, I've had fun. So, thank you very much to all of you. We hope you've enjoyed the community flight. It's something we get asked a lot to do, and it's great fun, isn't it? Just before I sign off then, please do remember that tomorrow we will be flying from Gibraltar up to Manchester, back in the EasyJet cockpit, flying proper rules on VATSIM, and the most important thing of that, it is a giveaway flight, thanks to Eastwardly, a giveaway flight of Manchester Airport from Mako Simulations. Remembering, of course, that the next update for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 will be the UK. So come along, try and grab yourself a free copy of Manchester Airport, which is going to work very, very well, I'm sure, with the new update to come. After that, we've also got streams on Wednesday during the daytime. We've also got streams at night time this week, and you know what, I think we're going to try and get a week-long series of streams in. So I'm hoping, it's Monday today, isn't it? You lose all track of days at the moment. Monday today, I'm hoping we'll still be on next Monday, of course, when we continue our long-haul flight from the Maldives in the new Qantas aircraft that we are delivering. So thank you very much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much to all the subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for the video stream on your way out. Turn on the notifications bell as well, so you know when we're starting that giveaway flight tomorrow. And a big thank you as well to those that donate to the stream, either via the super chats or stickers here in YouTube, or using the PayPal link as well. It goes a long way. Thank you to supporting the channel. Thank you very much, and I shall see you all very soon for the next flight. Thank you for joining. Good night.